A whistleblower who used to run Bexar County elections tells the I-Team taxpayers did not get their money's worth from a controversial voter registration contract. The Waste Watch is coming up.
Well, shortly before last November's election, Bexar County gave $250,000 of your tax dollars to a private company to register voters. The county says the contract paid off and thousands of new voters were registered.
But in an exclusive News 4 I-Team Waste Watch report, the former elections administrator tells Jay Avila the results were not nearly as successful as the county and the contractor claim.
The contract with Civic Government Solutions was controversial because the county had never paid a contractor to do what thousands of volunteers and outside groups already do, register voters. The Texas Attorney General sued Bexar County in an unsuccessful attempt to keep the deal from going through.
None of it passes the smell test. None of it. It's ill-conceived and it's ill-advised.
Back in September, conservative speakers urged county commissioners not to hire CGS because the sole source contract didn't go through the competitive bidding process, and because the company's CEO, Jeremy Smith, had publicly voiced support for Democratic candidates.
Yes, I have a personal view of who I want to win. That does not influence the way that a company works.
County Judge Peter Sakai and Commissioners Justin Rodriguez and Rebecca Clay Flores voted to approve the contract after Smith said his company's efforts would increase the number of registered voters by as many as 25,000.
There would be another 20 to 25,000 more people on the file.
After the election, the News 4 I-Team tried for weeks to get results from the county to see if CGS hit that goal. We were finally given records showing CGS mailings led to 15,081 new voters getting registered. And of those, 10,816 voted in the November election. In an interview this week, Jeremy Smith of CGS said they fell short of 25,000 because later the county asked his company to send out fewer applications, which reduced the cost of the contract from $392,000 to $261,000.
When you narrow the scope of who you're targeting, you then resultingly register fewer people, but you also pay fewer dollars.
But Jackie Callanan, who retired after the November election after 20 years as elections administrator, says the numbers released by the county are vastly overstated.
Is there any way that there could have been 15,000 registrations and 10,000 new voters?
No, sir.
So that doesn't seem right to you?
It does not seem right.
Callanan says she kept a simple spreadsheet, which you see here, tracking the CGS registrations, which were marked with a special code. According to Callanan's count, CGS only registered 959 new voters before the November election, and only 677 of the new voters cast ballots in November. County Commissioner Grant Moody voted against the contract.
That this was a huge waste of taxpayer money. We spent over $260,000 ultimately registering under 1,000 voters. So we paid over $270 per new voter registration.
Late Wednesday, CGS said its figures included address updates for people who were already registered, and that its contract with the county allowed it to count those, even though registered voters with an outdated address can still vote if they show up at the polls. County Judge Peter Sakai told me the county has not verified the higher numbers supplied by CGS.
Are you relying on this company to tell you how well it did? Can you be sure that they are including all the information?
I'm going to bring that issue up to the Commissioners Court, and the Commissioners Court, my fellow commissioners, are going to have to decide what information they need to do in order for us to make a decision.
CGS has been talking to county officials about contracts for future elections. Sakai says he would like the new elections administrator, Michelle Carew, to play a key role in those decisions. So far, Carew has not responded to our interview requests. For the News 4 I-Team Waste Watch, I'm Jay Avila.